here. So today I'm going to be re-singing a song that I made a while back. It's an original song called I'm Pansexual, because I'm pansexual. And I got a lot of comments about, what are the chords, what are the lyrics, can you re-sing this because it's really bad quality and we can't hear anything. So I'm doing that today. I mean, this is probably not any better quality, but if you're a boy, if you're a girl, if you're a non-binary girl, if you're a gender fluid human being, if you're black, if you're white, any color, dark to light, I can like you, don't you see? 'Cause I don't like you just based off of your face. I look for what's inside. I am open to almost anything, 'cause I like to go along for the ride. And if it's not implied, I'm pansexual. That means I'm never dull, and I'm open to all kinds of people. I try not to discriminate, so come on, let's go on a date. I just need a little push and a little pull, 'cause I'm pansexual. If we share the same values and we share the same likes, then we should get along well. If you're transgender, I support your rights, and I don't think you're going to hell. I can tell.
Hi YouTube, so today I'm going to be doing a video that is a little bit different from what I usually do. Now this video is going to be all about pansexuality. I'm going to be explaining what it is, what it isn't, and also talk about a few of those misconceptions that pan people get, because there are quite a few, as this seems to be with everything that I talk about. I was asked on Tumblr by someone to do a video on it, so here it is. If you don't know already, I am pan. I have mentioned it on YouTube before. I've mentioned it a lot on Tumblr, so if you follow me on Tumblr then you already know all about that. But so, what is pansexuality? If you are pansexual, then it means that you are attracted to all genders. So no matter what gender identity someone has, you could be attracted to them. Whether they're a cis man, cis woman, trans man, trans woman, gender fluid, agender, so many genders, I won't list them all. Any gender is good for you. So if you're pansexual, then that means that regardless of gender, you could be attracted to someone. Now, how is this different from bisexuality? Because so many people get them mixed up, and it's quite understandable as they are very similar. If you're bisexual, it means that you are attracted to two or more genders. Bisexuals can be still attracted to any genders, but it's two or more. So the bi, which means two, still makes sense. Like pan means all, so it's not just limiting themselves to two genders, although some people would. It still means that they could be attracted to trans people. It still means that they can be attracted to all different sorts of genders. It's not just cis man and cis woman, it's all different kind of genders. Some bisexuals would identify bisexuality as having attraction to their own gender plus other genders. It changes a little bit, but pan means all, bi means two or more. But ask different bisexuals and they may have different kind of definitions of it. It's not all just one very clear definition, because what about sexuality is clear anyway. Anyway, so another thing about pansexuality is that some pansexuals identify as gender blind. So when they see a person, they see the person, the personality, they don't see a gender that they're attracted to, they just see the person and that's it. I don't identify as gender blind, so I can't really say too much about it, because again I feel like it's not really my place to say, but it's not the gender that they're attracted to, it is just the person because they are gender blind. I don't identify as that myself, like I said. I still am attracted to gender, it's just that I'm attracted to any gender. So now let's get on with those misconceptions, because there are quite a few. The first misconception, pan people are basically bisexuals. As I've said already, no, they are different. They may be similar, but they're not exactly the same. The second thing, I can't believe this one, people think that pansexuality isn't real. I'm literally a pansexual person existing right now. What more evidence do you need that pansexuality is real? Like, people are identifying as it all the time. It's just so annoying. The next one, pan people think they're better than bi people or straight people or gay people or whatever. No, we just identify as it. We can't help what we identify as, and it doesn't make us better than bisexual people, and if you think you're better than another sexuality because of what you identify as, then that's just really stupid. Don't be like that. Next one, pansexuals are attracted to literally everyone. No, we're not. Definitely not. Just like a straight woman is attracted to men. She's not attracted to every single man out there. She still has certain types or certain things about a person that make her attracted to them, just like pansexual people do. We don't have an attraction to every single person out there. You know, we just don't care about the person that we do like. We don't care about their gender. Another misconception is that pan people do not have preferences when it comes to genders and who they're attracted to. I still have preferences. There are still certain genders that I am more attracted to, but I'm still attracted to all genders. For some people, like maybe say gender blind people, they won't find that because gender is not something that they see, not something that means anything to them anyway. But there still can be pansexual people out there that have certain preferences when it comes to gender. Another thing, someone's sexuality isn't less valid if, say, a pansexual person, for example, has only ever been with one particular gender. We still are pansexuals even if we haven't been with every single gender identity out there, okay? We are still just as much a pan person as someone that may have been with more different gender types. Next one, people say that they're pan just to get attention. No, like this video, I'm not doing it just to get attention. I'm doing it because I care about it and people identify as pan because it is who they are. We don't say it just to get attention, just because it's a lesser known kind of thing, and people might think that people call themselves pan just because it makes them look more different or interesting or whatever. No, we just, believe it or not, we just are. Next one, pan people just say that they are pansexuals just as an excuse to sleep around. Now, I don't think it's anyone's business what someone else does anyway when it comes to that. Don't say to a pansexual person that they're just, you know, sleeping around just because they're pansexual, or they're saying they're pan just to sleep around as an excuse. Just let people do whatever the hell they want. It's not got anything to do with you anyway. There'll be pans that do sleep around, there'll be pansexual people that don't. Everyone is very different. Every single person is different. A lot of people can be very close-minded when it comes to things like pansexuality, even bisexuality, definitely asexuality. Oh my god, just lots of them really, because people like to see things as black and white. So when something becomes complicated to them, like sexuality, then instead of thinking, okay, I'm gonna learn more about it, they can't be bothered, or they are just ignorant and they instead just say that it's all a load of rubbish and don't bother listening to what it really is, which is such a shame, because no, it's not going to be black and white. Things aren't super clear when it comes to things like pansexuality or gender. Some people don't even identify as a sexuality because they feel like it's more right for them. So just respect everyone, just respect each other, and just to anyone that like doesn't understand it at all, then ask questions, ask people, then and learn more. Just don't be one of those people that is really ignorant. If you've got any questions at all, I'll link like my Tumblr ask down in the description. If I did say anything that you disagree with in this video, then please let me know. I'm not like an expert in all this at all. I'm just saying this is how I feel about it. This is what I would say my definition is of it. For me, it is attraction to all genders, and that is everything I have to say really. Thank you everyone so much for listening. I'm sorry this was a bit of a different kind of video, but it means a lot to me and it is important to me, so I hope that you enjoyed it still, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye everyone.
Pansexuals make up their sexuality just to feel unique.
No, you can't make up a sexuality. That is something that is intrinsically in you. I was put into this world with the ability to love all gender and gender identities. Sure, somebody who also felt this way and had this orientation eventually decided to give it a label, and so they coined the term pansexual, if that's what you mean by invented.
There are only two genders and two sexes, so how could pansexuality even exist?
Well, this is obviously a flawed way of thinking that feeds into the gender binary. There are actually an infinite amount of genders. Gender spans beyond boy, girl, and even trans. There is also gender queer, pangender, third gender, two-spirit, the list goes on and on. In fact, I just recently learned about the identity FTF and MTM, and I think that's awesome and totally legitimate. And as a pansexual person, I could fall in love with any of these people.
You're attracted to everyone? Ew. Gross. Slut.
First of all, I am not about the slut shaming in this question. Who and how many people I choose to sleep with is my business. And as long as I am being safe about it, that is a-okay. Secondly, being pan doesn't make me more slutty in the sense of the word that you mean. Just because I could be attracted to everyone doesn't mean I am. I have preferences and standards just like everyone else, and I'm not, like, ready to hop in bed with the world.
Pansexuality is such a fad, just fucking get over it.
I am here, I'm queer, and if you're not into that, that's your problem. You can get over it.
You don't see gender. Does that mean that you like animals too?
Personally, I see gender. I'm not gender blind, but I choose to celebrate all genders. There are things that are sexy about women that men will never have, and vice versa, and I appreciate that. Each and every gender is different and beautiful in its own way. And no, I do not dig animals like that. Grow up.
Pansexuals are attracted to men, women, and trans people because apparently trans people can't identify as a binary gender.
I think trans people can identify within the gender binary. Some don't, and some do. Both are totally awesome. And as a pansexual person, I could fall in love with any of them as long as we connected.
Pansexual? That's the same as bisexual.
I get this a lot. People like to say that pansexuality is like bisexuality, but in pretentious wrapping paper. It's not at all though, and even if it was, it is my right to be able to choose to identify with the label I am most comfortable with. I think it's really important that you all understand that while I do identify as pansexual, I am just one person. I in no way speak for all pansexual people.